Hi guys, good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right, second. Yep. So guys, in the last session, we have just started with some basic transformations, what we can call it as guys. That is what we call it as basically a Power Query editor. Simply, we are going to call it as a Power Query. Basically, your Power BI has mainly contains three different components, guys. Okay. So once again, I'm talking about what is Power BI. So Power BI mainly contains three different components, guys. One is going to be what we are going to call it as which is going to be a Power Query. Okay. Currently, whatever we are discussing is going to be a Power Query, guys. The second one is going to be, we are having something called as a Power Pivot. And we are having one more is going to be nothing but a Power View. Totally, we are going to be coming with three different components. We are going to get it here now. I'll tell you what is Power Pivot is going to be gets used and what is the Power View will contain. So currently we are discussing about the Power Query, guys, where we are going to perform something called as it is going to be acts like an, which is going to be some kind of a transformations what we can do. So what it is going to do is, guys, we can load the data. That means we can take the data and transform that particular data, and it is going to load the data again. So after transforming, whatever the data is there, that is going to be get saved into our Power BI. So what are the different type of transformations we have seen? So we have seen how to import the data we have seen. So that is nothing but your Power Query editor. Simply we are going to call it as a Power Query. So where we can import the data, we have seen about that. And we are trying to understand what are the different types of, which is going to be the transformations we want to do that. Just I'll write it as transformations. T by R is nothing but what we are going to call it as transformations. So coming to the transformations, we have started with basic transformations we have been started. And before starting with the transformations, I've told you about what is going to be nothing but your query settings are there, guys. I told you about what is meaning, what is the purpose of this query settings. So query settings is going to be nothing but where whatever the steps we have been applied, all the applied steps are going to be, it is going to shows you a complete information about the what are the steps we have been got applied. So by default, we have seen, guys, for every source we imported, there is going to be source will be there. That means reading the data. And after that, it is going to be something called as an promoting the headers it is taking, isn't it? So automatically it will promote the headers. And after that, it is going to be automatically, it is going to be change of data type. It is going to changes. So automatically these steps automatically will be taken care by the Power BI. So reading the data, and after that promoting the headers, and after that it is going to be changing of data type. All these particular steps are going to be taken care by the, which is going to be the Power BI only. It is going to take the steps. After that, if you maintain any particular, if you add any particular steps, automatically all that information will be maintained as a log. So what is the advantages? What changes we have been done? How you got this particular table structure? So these are the changes we have been got done. And if you want to undo the step, you can undo the step. Particular step, you can delete it. So whatever the state that exists before that particular step, so it will show you that particular state it is going to shows you. This is what we are going to call it as a query settings we have been discussed. And apart from that, on the left hand side, we have seen how to group the queries also. So why should I go for the grouping of queries? Queries are nothing but your tables. So like we are going to be putting all these queries into various folders for our easy maintenance and for easy identification. We have been taken about that. Like whenever we are working with different projects. So what you can do now. So each project tables. So instead of mixing up each and every project, we'll get confused with that. So either we have to create multiple projects, we have to create it. Or instead of creating multiple projects within the same project only, we can work with, or even within the same company also. Let us say that we are working for a company, guys. So we are having the same company only. We are working with some HR related tables. We are working with sales related tables are there. or some orders related tables are there. Like that, we can put it. Sometimes there are some common tables also there. So common tables means some tables which are going to be used across, which is going to be the multiple modules we are going to use. Like that, what you can do is you can just group your queries as you require it, guys. So that also we have seen how to perform that kind of a grouping we have done. So up to here we have been done. And coming to that particular transformations, up to now we have seen how to choose the required columns we have been seen, guys. And after that, we have seen how to remove the columns we have been seen. And apart from that, we have seen how to keep the rows. So we have discussed about 5 different options we have been discussed. So what rows you want to keep? So I want to keep only that first, it is going to be keep which is going to be the top rows you want to keep, or keep the which is going to be bottom rows we want to keep, or even we can put a range of rows we can put. So where to start and how many rows you want to keep, and keep the errors. And yesterday we have discussed about how to go for the keeping of the duplicate values. And same as it is for removing also, for removing of rows, guys. For removing of the rows, quite opposite of that. It is going to be nothing but remove the, which is going to be top rows. So whenever I said top rows, it is going to be ask you how many rows you want to keep. If I said 10 rows, it is going to be remove the first 10 rows, keeping the remaining rows. Same as it is, which is going to be nothing but we are having, which is going to be, we also have a bottom rows are also going to be there. It will ask you guys which numbers you want to remove, which numbers you want to keep. You can specify that. Accordingly, we can remove the required rows and we can select the required. You want to keep whatever the rows you want to keep here now. So next option is going to be nothing but we are having a technique called as, which is going to be nothing but remove, which is going to be alternate rows are there. So we have to discuss about that. And the remaining is the same as it is, guys. Remove errors are there. So it is going to remove the error rows which are going to be having the errors. And as usually we are having something option called as then remove the duplicates is there. So same as it is keep duplicates, we are having remove duplicates. So what it will do, it will remove the rows which are having the duplicate values. And finally, we are having something called as then remove, which is going to be blank rows are there. Okay. So these are going to be some of the options. 6 options are there. And here we are having a 5 options will be there, guys. So see guys, how I'm explaining, how I was able to explain, I'm not opening the, I didn't open the Power Query editor. I didn't open the Power Query. Without opening the Power Query only, I was able to say that. Isn't it? So you should be also in a position like that. Without looking at that, what are the options are there, where the options will be there. If anybody asks you, how can you do this option? So in the transform ribbon, we have so and so option is there. Using that, we can do with the kind of an exactly. You need not to remember like that, but at least you should know the idea, like where these options will be there and how these options are going to come. We have to discuss about. Okay, so that's it, guys. So let us go ahead for the implementation. Yes, anybody, guys, any questions? If you have any questions, hope all of you have downloaded the software and started working with them, guys. If you have any doubts, if you have any issues, please let me know, guys. Anybody, any doubts or any issues from while practicing or for working with that? All of you done the installation, guys? Have you done the installation of Power BI? All of you? Yes. Okay, fine. Yes, remaining? Yes, everyone. Okay. Have you started working with the data? Have you started working with the transform data? Are you able to work? Or are you facing any issues? If you have any issues, let me know, guys. Please let me know. I'm going to help you to sort it out. So everything is good, guys. All of you are able to practice. Okay, fine. Let us go for, okay. And one more important thing yesterday I discussed about, already discussed in the previous classes also, that is nothing but in importing the data, we have discussed about 2 ways. One is directly we are importing the data from the files we have been seeing, guys. So which files we have seen? From a CSV file or an Excel sheet, we have seen the data. And apart from that, yesterday we have seen how to insert the data also we can insert, guys. So I told you, why should I insert the data? Because some concepts, guys, some concepts, if I have worked with the large data sets, we can't understand them. That is the reason why basically I'm going to discuss with, which is going to be a small data sets, which we are going to enter the data. So entering the data can be done even from the, which is going to be from the Power BI desktop. You can do it, guys. See there, we are having a get data is there. We are having a enter the data is there, or else go to the transform ribbon. go to the transform tab. And there we can see the options. Here also we can see the same applications what we can see. Okay, let me delete this. Some errors, it automatically maintains some errors also, guys. So see there, I just to make you understand the data, I grouped this particular data like this, guys. Let me open it. Right. So this is the one which we can see. This is what we call it as a Power Query, guys. It is going to be done what we are going to call it as a Power Query, or what we are going to call it as a Power Query editor is what we are going to call it as, guys. Right. So yesterday we have already seen these two options, and we have covered up all these options also. We have been got covered up. Okay, so all the options, what are the steps we have been applied? All the steps we can see on the right hand side, we can see remove the other columns, promoted the headers. So we have done some examples, guys, right? So whatever the steps we have been got done, it is going to be remove the top rows, remove the bottom rows, whatever you want, we can maintain all that kind of a steps we can do with the application, guys. Okay, fine. Now today we are going to, yesterday we inserted some data manually also, guys. So where is the data? I think this is the data. Yesterday we inserted the data manually. To make you understand, this is the data, guys? Yes, it's a data. Yeah, here, I think here is the data what we inserted yesterday. So to make you understand how to keep the rows with duplicates, how to keep the rows with errors. So for that understanding the concept, I have entered some data and manually have shown you how it is going to be working. And apart from that, out of this particular 10 rows, I want to delete the first 5 rows, last 5 rows. So that is also, we have already discussed about that. So what is this alternative rows? Let me explain this application, guys. Okay. So just please be all of you, please online, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I will be back. Okay. Please be all of you, please be online, guys. Yep. Yeah, guys. Let's continue, guys. So let us discuss about this application, what we are going to call it as, which is going to be nothing but remove alternate rows. You know what is keep range of rows? Keep range of rows is nothing but what is your first row, which row you want to keep. So it will ask you what is the first row you want to keep. And from there, how many rows you want to keep. For example, if I said 5, 4, what is meaning of 5, 4? Starting from the fifth row, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 4 rows it will keep. It is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. These 5 rows it will keep. 4 rows it will keep, and it is going to remove the remaining rows. But whenever it comes to which is going to be nothing but we are calling it as remove alternate rows. What is meaning of this remove alternate rows is here also it is going to ask you the same way, but there is a small changes there, guys. So to make you understand, let me show you some data, guys. I'm talking about remove alternate rows. So you know what is meaning of alternatively we want to remove, guys. For example, let me show you this 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There are totally 10 rows we have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. When we ask you to go for remove the alternate rows, it will ask you what is the first row you want to remove. See, guys, first row you want to remove, we have to specify that. What is the first row you want to remove? For example, you specify 2. That means it will start from here, guys. How many rows you want to remove? Number of rows you want to remove, guys. Number of rows you want to remove. For example, if I said number of rows to remove is going to be 3, same like previous case. Number of rows you want to keep, same as it is going to be. So starting from the second row, first row you want to remove, and it is going to be 1, 2, and 3. Don't count it from 3, 4, and 5. I want to remove the first row to be removed is going to be 2. From there, I want to remove how many rows? 3 rows you want to remove. Then, how many rows you want to keep? Again, it is going to ask you how many rows you want to keep. For example, if I said 2 rows I want to keep. So what it will do is, guys, the 5th and 6th row it will keep. And again, 7th, 8th, and 9th row it is going to remove. And again, it will keep the 10th row. Let us say that 10th and 11th row it will keep. Then it is going to delete the 12th, 13th, and 14th rows that will be deleted. Again, it is going to be 15 and 16 it will keep, and 17, 18, 19 is going to be removed. Like that, alternate it is going to remove like this. You have to specify 3 parameters, guys. What is the first row you want to remove? Number of rows you want to remove? Number of rows you want to keep. So alternatively, it is going to do, guys. So it will remove 3 rows. It will keep 2 rows. Remove 3 rows and keep 2 rows. Remove 3 rows and keep 2 rows. Like that, it is going to do like this. For example, let us say that somebody is asking about how can you delete the rows at the even positions? 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, okay, 12th. These are the rows you want to remove. Then what we have to do? I want to remove the first row to be removed is going to be 2nd. How many rows you want to remove? 1. How many rows you want to keep? 1. So what it will do? We know that, guys. It will start removing from the which is going to be the second row. It will start removing from the second row. It will remove 1 row. Okay, second row will be removed. It will keep the third row because the number of rows you want to keep is going to be 1. I'm talking about number of rows, guys. It is not the which row you want to keep, which row you want to remove. Number of rows you want to remove. I want to remove 1 row. 1 row will be deleted, means second row will be deleted. Then it will keep the third. Then it removes the fourth. Then it keeps the 5. It removes the 6. It keeps the 7. It removes the 8. Like that it will be there. So it is nothing but whatever the even rows you want to delete it. If you want to delete the odd rows, then what we have to do? Very easy. If you want to delete the odd rows, what we have to do? First row you want to remove is going to be 1. Number of rows you want to remove is 1. And number of rows you want to keep is equal to 1. All the 3 are going to be 1, 1, 1. So it will delete the first row and it will keep the second row. It will delete the third row. It will keep the fourth row. It delete the fifth row. It keeps the sixth row. Like that, it is going to be works by one by one, it is going to work. So that is the way how basically it is going to be gets working as of this application. So that is the reason why we are going to call it as an remove alternate rows. Got the point, guys? So this is how basically we can work with remove the alternate rows is going to be what we are going to be gets working with that. Let me discuss about this. Just give me a second. So how we are going to be gets working with this? So this is a technique what we are going to do that. So check it out once carefully. So you take some data, guys. Don't take any large data sets. So large data sets means we can't understand the concept. So what you can do now? Anyhow, as I already told you, whenever we are selecting the option called as remove the top rows, remove the bottom rows, and remove the alternate rows, it is not applicable to the any specific column. Whether you select the employee number column, whether you select the salary column, whether you select department number, keep top rows. Keep top rows means don't think that remaining columns data will be left over as it is and it will keep only the first 5 rows of this column. No, it is going to be the entire rows. It is going to be applicable. So whenever we are selecting the options like keep or delete or remove, it does not matter what column we have been got selected. But whenever we are selecting the columns, it is going to be matters which columns you selected. Depending on that only removing of columns will take place, but removing of rows are not like that. Okay, now have a look into that. Whether you select employee number, whether you select employee name, it does not matter. See there, remove alternate rows. If you want, I'll show you the example. See this, totally it is going to be asking 3 options. First row you want to remove, number of rows you want to remove, number of rows you want to keep. Number of rows you want to remove is 2. First row to remove is 2. So starting from 2, how many rows you want to remove? 2, 3, 5. Sorry, 2, 3, 4 will be deleted. How many rows you want to keep? 2 rows you want to keep. Now what will happen? We can easily understand it, guys. It will delete the second row, third row, and the fourth row. And fifth and sixth it will keep. Seventh, eighth, and ninth will be deleted. So second, third, and fourth, and seventh, eighth, and ninth are going to be deleted. It keeps 1001, 1005, 1006, and 1010. These 4 records it will keep, and it is going to delete the remaining records. Check it out. Sorry, it deletes those records and keeps the remaining records. See there, it is going to be remove alternate rows. Same thing, 2, it is going to be 3, and it is going to be 2. So if you want, you can see that application, guys. As we discussed, 1001 it will keep, 2, 3, 4 will be deleted. You can see there. 1002, by looking at this, we can't understand, guys. But because automatically when you delete a record, automatically they will be adjusted. So using this, we cannot say that whether which record is deleted. But here, you can identify that 2, 3, 4 are deleted. 5 and 6 it is keeping. 7, 8, 9 will be deleted. 10 it is going to be keeping. So again, if you want, we can do that. Now I want to delete only the odd positions, 1002, 1004, 1006, 1008. I want to delete the odd positions. Then what we can do? Remove alternate rows. Again, I'm going to say the same thing. Start from 2. Delete 1 row, keep 1 row. Alternatively, it will keep 1 by 1 rows. See there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 has been removed. And 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, it has been kept. Next, alternatively. Again, undo the step, guys. And again, this time, I want to remove the odd positions. If you want to remove the odd positions, if you want to remove the odd positions, then what we have to do? Start from 1. Remove the number of rows is 1. Keep the number of rows to keep is 1. So this time, it will delete the first row, third row, fifth row, seventh row, ninth row, it will delete it and keeps the even positions. So it is deleting, guys. It is removing the rows which are going to be alternatively from the first position, or alternatively from the second position, or alternatively from third position. You can specify that. So this is what we are going to call it as removed, which is going to be alternate rows, what we can call it as. That's it, guys. So the earlier case, it is going to be coming to keep option. We are having keep range of rows is there. It is not like keep alternate rows. I cannot say keep alternate rows, but here I can say remove alternate rows are there. And you already know what is meaning of removing of errors. So already we are having the errors there. Where is our errors here? These are your errors, guys. You know the difference. It is only based on the selected column only, guys. So for example, if I select the e-name and say remove the errors, for example, it removes only the rows where that particular column is containing empty. As I said that no, only that particular column containing empty, only that particular rows are deleted. So I told you easy to remember, guys. So these 3 are applicable to all the rows independent of whatever the column you selected. But these are going to be applicable only to the rows which are going to be based on the columns we have selected. Isn't it? So what is going to be the option? Check it out once. If I select this column and if I select which is going to be remove the row errors, only the row which is having the errors in that column only it will be deleted. but the other column, it is going to be there as it is. Again, same technique. For example, if I select department number, remove the errors, only the errors in the department number only it will delete, but whatever the rows which are having the errors in the salary will not be deleted. And you already know about the other concept. If I selected both of them, and you know that remove the errors, very clearly it is saying that remove the rows containing the errors in the currently selected column. Remove blank rows, which is going to be remove all the blank rows from this table. It is table level operation. It is also going to be the same. Remove the rows containing the duplicate values in the currently selected columns only. It is going to be there. Okay. And you know that how it is going to work. Now, if I said remove, if I select remove the rows, now it is going to remove the rows from both of them. It is going to remove. So in the earlier case, it is keep errors. Now it is going to be remove errors. For example, if I selected this column and if I said which is going to be something like if I selected the option and said keep errors, none of the record is going to be keeps. None of the record it is going to be keeps. Why? Because that column does not contains any errors at all. But whenever I selected the option called as which is going to be remove errors, it does not remove any one of the record. It does not remove any one of the record. Previously, all records are removed. Isn't it? Because keep errors means only the rows which are having the errors. But here none of the values error. That's why it has removed all the rows. But here it has removed only this particular errors only. It has been got removed. So that is the basic idea of how we can work with this particular concept here now. So salary and department number, you can see this is going to be the data what we can see. Yes. Okay. So that's it. That is going to be how we can decide this kind of an applications. And you already know what is meaning of keep duplicates, remove duplicates. Same technique. Come here and simply I'm selecting the option called as, which is same technique, remove the duplicates. In the earlier case, what it is doing, whatever the duplicates are there, keep it. And whatever not duplicated, you have to remove it. Now I'm asking remove duplicates. So whatever the duplicate values are there, it will delete 20s, 30s, 10s, all of them are duplicate except 40 and 50. So remove duplicates. Same technique, guys. Just a second. Yeah, it's going to be correct only, guys. It's correct only. But observe carefully what it is doing now. Observe carefully what it is doing now. If it is going to be selected, yes, absolutely. See this. Whenever I'm talking about, see carefully, guys. This is 20. This is 20, guys. Now, what is happening? Observe carefully. Whenever I have another 20 is there, see, whenever I said now I'm going to remove the duplicate means, just a minute. Whenever I said remove the duplicates means, okay. Whenever I said remove the duplicates means there is the 20. This is duplicated, guys, and this is going to be duplicated. These two are going to be, this is duplicated. Hope you understood. Next 30, this is going to be duplicated. Coming to the 10, this is duplicated, and this is duplicated. So whatever the records which are duplicated, only those records it is going to be deleting. So don't think that it will delete all the 20s, guys. It does not delete all the 20s. 20s are repeated for how many times? It is repeated for 2 times. So what it is going to do is it will delete 120, keeping the other 20 as it is. See there. It is going to be the remaining 20s are duplicated. This 20 is not duplicated. Same as it is 130 and 110 will be there. Obviously 40 and 50 it is going to be there, guys. So slightly there is a difference is there. Don't think that it will keep all the, it will remove all the duplicates. So you know what are duplicated? When the same value is getting repeated one more time, that is called as a duplicated. So first 20 will not be deleted. Remaining 20 records will be deleted. First 30 will be deleted, will be kept as it is. Remaining 30s will be deleted. First 10 it is going to keep. Remaining 10s are going to be deleted. The remaining is going to be as usual. As usually, it is going to be the same technique. If I select the salary and department number, and if I ask the option to again same thing, remove the duplicates. So you know that what is going to be duplicated? Same salary and same department number should be deleted. Only one record was deleted. See there, 9 records are as usually there. So if you can observe carefully, sir, 20 is getting duplicated, 10s are duplicated, 30s are duplicated. Why it is not deleted? Because we selected the salary and the department number. Same salary and same department number, only those will be deleted. Who is that? We can see the record. Who is that particular record which is duplicated? 2000 and which is 10. and this is 2000 and this is going to be 10. I think remaining records are not duplicated. 4000 is duplicated, but they have a different department numbers. And 4100 is duplicated, but both of them are having two department numbers. So what it will delete? It will delete only this 1007 record. This record will be deleted. Guys, check it out if you want. So I'm saying that remove which is going to be duplicate. Only that 1007 record has been got deleted. See there. Only that 1007 record has not deleted. It didn't deleted all the 20s. It didn't deleted all the 30s. It didn't deleted all the 10s. Okay. Why? Because this time it is not checking only for a department number. It is checking for both department number and as well as salary. And even we already know about that. So what about this particular? I undo the step. So these two records are having the same salary and which is going to be same department number. Same salary and same department number, it is there. But when you see the jobs, there is one job is analyst, one job is salesman. Now, for example, if I selected all the three columns are selected, and if I said which is going to be remove the duplicates, it won't delete even a single record also. Why it is not deleting? See there, not even a single record was deleted. As usually, the same 10 records are there. Not even a single record is, I applied the step, remove duplicates is applied the step. But before applying and after applying, there is no difference at all. See there, before applying and after applying, there is no change in the data because it does not check only for department number duplicate. It does not check only for salary duplicate. It checks for job, salary, department number. All the three should be duplicated. Then only it is going to delete the record. Otherwise, it does not delete the records. Okay. So very easy. Simple, it is going to be the way generally the discussion is. Whenever I said duplicate means, most of the people thinks that, sir, these 20s are duplicated, right? So it will delete the 20s. It will delete all the 30s. It will delete all the 10s. But what it is doing here is keeping 120, it is deleting the remaining 20s. Keeping 130, remaining 30s are getting deleted. Keeping 110, remaining 10s are deleted. Like that, it will remove the remaining elements, but not with the all the data. It is not going to be there. So this is what we can call it as remove duplicates. Once you understood the remove duplicates, guys, understanding this concept is very easy. That is remove blank rows. It's very easy, guys. Just what you can do is observe carefully, guys. Simple. Make this as an empty. Make this as an empty. Just an example to make you understand it. See there, guys. We have made some kind of an empty values we have been got made in, guys. Generally, whenever it is a string type of data type, it will show you like a empty space like this. But for numbers, it will show you like a null. It will show you, guys. Now, same concept, same technique. See there, remove the rows which is going to be having the blank rows. But observe carefully. Observe the concept carefully. Remove the blank rows. Execute it. But observe carefully. It didn't deleted the record, guys. It didn't delete it. It didn't delete it. Come here. Select the department number. And there also we are going to say it is going to remove the blank rows. It also didn't delete any record. Same 10 records are there. Why? Because according to the documentation, what it is saying is remove the blank rows. It is not based on the columns we have been selected. Actually, this option should be along with the remaining three. Along with the remaining three, but Microsoft has given as a separately. So what it is talking about here is, it is not just one value is empty or only two values is empty. Total row should be empty, guys. Understood my point? The total row should be empty. For example, I'm making this total row as an empty, guys. Total row is going to be empty. Now, if you observe carefully, 8th row is completely empty. 6th row is partially empty. 5th row is partially empty. Now, no need to select a particular column, guys. Don't think that if I select a column only based on that particular column only, it will delete it. Check it out. Remove the blank rows. Completely, the complete row should be blank. If you observe carefully, sorry, come here. If the complete row is going to be blank, because you already applied the steps, right? That's the case. Now see this, 8th row is empty, complete empty, okay? And the 5th row is going to be partially empty, and 6th row is going to be partially empty. Now I selected the job column. You select the job or don't select the job, does not matter. Remove the blank rows. If you can see, only the 8th record has been got deleted. but the fifth row was not deleted here now. It still contains a blank. Why? Because it is not deleting the rows which is containing the blank values only based on the column you selected. Even if the column contains empty also, that does not matter. Entire row is empty. If your entire row is empty, then it is going to work, guys. If your entire row is empty, then it is going to work. Can you see? This value has been not deleted. Even if you selected this column, and if you selected the remove the blank rows, it is not deleting that. If the entire row, the total row need to be empty, then only it is going to delete, guys. Okay. So small changes will be there, guys. So accordingly, we have to study them, and accordingly, we have to work with them. Okay. So once again, totally there are very easy, guys. Top rows is very easy. Bottom rows is very easy. Alternate rows, where you want to start, how many rows you want to remove, how many rows you want to keep. Keep errors is, remove errors is as usually the same. Whenever it comes to remove the duplicates, don't think that it removes the values records which are having a duplicate values. Out of the duplicated, you know, when we call it as a duplicated, if the value is repeated for one more time, the second value is called as a duplicate. So first occurrence will be kept as it is. Remaining values, the remaining occurrences will be deleted. If there are 3 10s are there, first 10 it will keep, remaining 2 10s are going to be deleted. And coming to the delete, remove the blank rows. If entire row is a blank space, then only it will delete it, but not based on a particular column, guys. Okay. So these are going to be the 6 options available in the, which is going to be the remove rows options, guys. So keep rows and remove rows. These are going to be the options, whatever we can talk about them, right? That's it, guys. That is going to be all about this particular concept called as the remove columns and keep columns, remove rows and keep rows. These are the totally, we have the 4 options we are having with you guys, right? That's it, guys. That is about this particular C. Options are very easy, guys. There is nothing to write, nothing to remember, nothing to by heart it. Only thing is simply by looking at the names. Simply if you look at the names, okay, it removes the top rows, it removes the bottom rows, it removes the errors, it will remove the blank rows. So your assumption may be the column, whatever we selected will be removed, but we have to test it practically, verify that practically. Is really based on the column you selected or independent of the columns we have been selected. Basically, this is independent of the columns you selected. Even if you say, I'll show you once. I'll show you once, guys. Remove the, delete the steps once. Even if you selected the department number column, there are 2 empty rows. There are 2 empty values are there. But you know that only this row will be removed, but not this row. Why? Because it is only talking about the entire empty values. Entire, the total value must be empty. For example, if you selected salary, salary column does not contains any empty values. For example, if I said remove the blank rows, it is going to remove that 1008 record, it is getting deleted. Even I selected the salary column. Okay, so independent of the column we have selected or independent of the columns we have been selected, it is going to remove the row which is completely empty, not just partially empty. It is not partially empty, guys. It must be totally, it must be empty, guys. That is what basically we can talk about them. Okay, so that's it about that particular application, guys. So just for today, practice up to here. So because the remaining options will take a little bit time. Sorting option is there, guys. The next option is going to be sorting option is there. Next 2 options I don't discuss now, guys. Split columns and this one I'm going to discuss in the later classes. Right, not now. That means a couple of days it will take, guys. Why? Because this split columns and group by, we are going to discuss when you go to the transform tab. In transform ribbon also, we are having the split columns is there and we have a group by column is there. So there I will discuss a little bit more about that. So I don't discuss this one, guys. And after that, we'll discuss about all these options we'll discuss about. After completion of this, we have to go to the transform ribbon. After that, add column ribbon. Like that, one by one menu options we are going to be covering up, guys. Okay, so that's it for the today's class, guys. Just for today, practice up to here. So we'll continue our next class on the Monday's class, guys. Okay, so tomorrow we are not having the class for tomorrow. So actually we are conducting some demos also at 10:30. So those people may also join from Monday's class like previously we have conducted. So those people will join from Monday's class, which they will continue along with your discussions, guys. Okay. So tomorrow don't have a class. Please practice up to here, guys. Just have a good practice on that. You enter the data, import the data, remove the columns, keep the columns, remove the rows, keep the rows, enter your own data, whatever you want. Just verify each and every value, removing the duplicates, removing the errors, removing the blank rows, removing the top rows, removing the bottom rows, remove the alternate rows, keeping the range of rows. So practice all these examples. Just practice it, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class. Just for today, I'll stop it here, guys. We'll continue on the Monday's class, guys. Right? Anybody, guys? Any questions? If you have any questions, I'll just clarify it, guys. Hello? Yeah, are you speaking? Anyone is speaking, guys?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's very too low voice. Maybe you are a little bit away from your mic.
What I'm asking is all the video recordings are uploaded, right, onto that Google Drive?
I think I have not yet got the access to the drive, but generally it is uploaded. Let me check once. Actually, I already asked them to upload give the access to the drive. Just give me a second. I think I have not yet got the access yet. Yeah, I think it is there. Sorry, not this one. I didn't get the access yet. I have not yet got the access. I will just verify and I'll let you know, but it will be uploaded to the drive. I think you will get the access to the drive. Did you got the access to the drive?
Hi, sir. I got
Yeah.
the access to the drive and they are uploading the videos every day.
Okay. Yeah, it will be there. Every day video will be uploaded. Okay. Fine. Okay. So just for today, I'll stop it here, guys. We'll continue on the Monday's class. Thanks all of you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.